staying with us. Let's get some other perspectives into these Rivers matter. I'm being joined by a rights activist and a concerned Rivers State stakeholder, Mr. Jake Epelle. Thank you so much indeed for joining us tonight.
Thank you, Sean. Thank you.
Why is it difficult for Rivers to conduct a local government election? And I asked Mr. Osije Okocha earlier. I mean, all the states have conducted. You are from that state. Why is it always a turbulent and a tumultuous effort in trying to put together an election in Rivers State almost every other time?
Sean, just before I say that, let me use this opportunity to thank you, because what you did, I listened to that interview, was to defend democracy and to defend the common people of Rivers State. We will ever remain grateful because you asked the right question and we didn't get the right answer, unfortunately. Why is it that election cannot hold in Rivers State? One, personal interest. Personal interest above the interest of Rivers State. These were the same group of people that were questioning why election shouldn't hold. Why is it that there will be caretaker committee? The same group of people are turning around to say election shouldn't hold. Who would you describe, viewers, as enemies of democracy? Anybody that is trying to stop this process is enemy of democracy.
Well, let's ask also,
and truly and really.
Mr. Jack, Mr. Jack, there is a substantive judgment of the High Court in Rivers State, which are the claimant as the Action People's Party and how the defendants are as the Rivers State Independent Electoral Commission, the Rivers State government, and the governor of Rivers State. Well, interestingly, that judgment was delivered on the 6th of September. Now, you look at the judgment that was delivered in Justice Silifu's court at the Federal High Court in Abuja. That was signed off on the 30th of September. In the eye of the law, I mean, you see the last judgment, of course, normally supersedes the earlier one. Yes. So there are those who will look at it on the face value of law that those who are holding on to the judgment of Federal High Court were right under the law. Has those on the other side done the right and the lawful and the legal thing also to be able to hold a legal ground to go into the election? These are critical questions, isn't it?
Well, I'm not a lawyer, you are. Respected elder statesman Okocha is. However, I took time to look at that even before I came on your show. There was no explicit explanation, detailed explanation. The law must not contradict itself. There is no explicit explanation that says election should not hold. That is the truth, and they know it. Any other private interpretation of these 7 prayers is a total mockery of judiciary and the electoral process. You know, I am surprised. I'm really surprised that the same people that should fight to protect the integrity of democracy and the common good of the people. This is Rivers State we are talking about. This is not a private institution. It's not a personal enterprise. This is the private, and I'm telling you, Shehu, history are watching all these players, and it will never be kind to them, because it is the common people that suffers.
So there is an injunction which is momentary. It expires for under our procedure in court. There, for some of the states, High Court, it expires after 7 days. For the Federal High Court, it's about 14 days. So if you look at the position of the High Court in Rivers State, there are those who will question the powers of the court to make, to give a ruling or an order on a federal entity, whether or not it has jurisdiction. And I'm making reference to the 7th order in that order from the state High Court, which says that an order of mandatory injunction be and is hereby further issued, directing or commanding the false defendant being the APP in this matter, and the court went further to say that to utilize the National Register of Voters for the 2023 general election compiled by the Independent National Electoral Commission, pursuant to Section 9, subsection 1A, 4 to 6 of the Electoral Act 2022, to conduct election into the 23 local government councils of Rivers State. That was an injunction, Mr. Epelle. The question is that there is a federal high court which gave a substantive judgment, of course, say, do not use. And this judge, this position of court, one came before the other. So in the eye of the law, there are no emotions in law, but the fact that technicality of it has stopped in this sense, do not use the register. That is what the law, and INEC on the ground has said, we will not avail RCEC the register because the court has said so.
Let's go back to the first question you had. Why Rivers State?
No, but
what is special?
Agree. Because when I sit here, when I sit here, I sit to look at the matters holistically for those who belong to the different sides of the divide. But the question is that, legally speaking, there is a technical conundrum here, which if emotions cannot solve it, and if this is not vacated, there's going to be, down the road, you just kicking the bottle down the road, there is going to be a problem at the end of the day. This number 7, right? And the position of the Justice Lifu's court assigned on the 30th of September are problematic. Yeah, exactly. For the election to hold.
Exactly. No, but it did not say, you read it. It did not say the election should not hold. It is a private interpretation that everybody is giving to serve their purpose. It did not say election should not hold. By the way, why are these entities kicking against the election in Rivers State? Simply because they know by the time is on the 15th, we will lose our revenue allocation. And to me, this is wickedness, because it's not about Fubara, it's not about anything, it's all about the people. The people of Rivers State are going to suffer as a result. And somebody is sitting down, are you really true a Rivers person? That's my question. Because if truly you're a Rivers person and you have the interests of the people, and the people matters to you, and the poor and the indigent who will cry of hunger, going to bed without food as a result of this, this is absolute wickedness. And everyone involved, I think it was Patient Goodluck, there is God, though. There is. You don't do this to your own people. This is absolute wickedness. And it will be resisted to the latter. It doesn't make sense to me. It does not make sense to me. Why go to the court in the first place to stop a process that is turned legal? Why go to court in the first place to stop it? What are you trying to achieve? Shame on everyone involved.
Can you blame the security agencies that they have their hands tied by withdrawing their services for this purpose? Let me read to you. And there are those who are, the likes of Femi Falana had come forward to say the police should provide security.
Of course.
But look, when the court said, look at what the court said. The court says in the number 6 of the Justice Lifu ruling, it says the 4th and 5th defendants, which is the police and the DSS, their agents, privies, servants are herein restrained from providing the 2nd and 3rd defendant, which is the RCEC, and 3rd defendant with security protection to conduct the proposed local government election in Rivers State slated for the 5th of October 2024. The court is explicit, the court is direct, and the court is very, very concise, pointed on what the police and DSS should do and not do.
I agree.
Can you blame the police?
I agree, but the police will be responsible if there is an issue. If tomorrow there is a breakdown of law and order, police will take responsibility for it. They'll be held accountable.
We understand that Governor Fubara has now called on the NSCDC
Yes.
Since they are not party to this,
Exactly.
the NSCDC should
provide security. So, however, the people that crafted, and I'm sorry, the Honorable Justice, that crafted this judgment, did he think of the people? There's a place for legality, there's a place for morality. Did it occur to him that people will lose their lives as a result of this judgment? The people that are saying they will not participate, how can the same police that is there to protect us, to protect lives and properties of the people, will back out? What would the IG do if tomorrow he sees the street is burning? So he will say he's restricted by court order and allow the entire street to burn.
But what do you do? Two things, right? So, sorry, apologies, sir. Two things. Is the police torn between the devil and the sea in this matter, torn between two hard places? Because on one hand, if he doesn't obey the position, I mean the ruling of court, they say is contempt of court.
Yeah.
Now, and he has the fundamental and the constitutional duty to protect citizens, because that's the premise and upon which he's taking the oath of office. But the question is that if you were in the IG's shoes, what would you do?
Look, simply put, the moment they saw that judgment, they would have at least make effort to go to court to at least give them the opportunity to protect lives. If you don't protect the ballot box, protect the lives of the people. Because, you see, Chenwu, I'm not a prophet of doom, but I hope that this is not a ploy to create more crisis in the state and call for state of emergency.
How would that happen?
It can. When you take away the people, the law machinery, the law enforcement agency that is supposed to protect the people and the state, and you take them to back out. Because this is not just all about the election. You know, it's beyond that.
What is this about?
It is the people. It is protecting
No, I'm asking, what is causing all of this? I mean, evidently...
I answered you. It's personal interest. The interest of the former governor and also the interest of the sitting governor.
How do you resolve this? Because definitely this is, you know what is happening in the State House of Assembly. There are factions, and there are the laws, I mean, the court judgment that supports one hand, and on the other hand, there's a court judgment that supports the other party. But this is impacting on governance in the state. The question I will ask you, some of you are elder statesmen, in your own right. Are there elders in Rivers State? Because when there is this kind of crisis, when we wonder where I come from, there is a popular proverb, and I'll say it in my language, then say it also in interpret it in English. The elders never...
That sounds like speaking in tongues.
Elders never be in the marketplace and see the head of the infant turn 360. Now, the question is that for the safety, the child here could be the state. Now, how will the elders of Rivers State be in the marketplace and see so much of stones and rocks being thrown at each other when you know that you are surrounded by glass houses?
I wish you had asked my respected elder, O.C.O. Kocha. I expected people like that to jump in and broker peace. I expected several others. I think I heard Odili did his best, but that's not good enough. We need to do more. Everyone involved needs to do more so that we can have peace. But by the way, let me ask one question. Why would one man wants to hold this state on a jugular?
Is that Governor Fubara?
That's not Fubara, it's Wike. Period.
You are a Fubara fan, right?
No.
You are not a Wike fan.
No, hold on. Truly and really, I am from Opopo. You know me. I will tell you the way it is. I am from Opopo. I am from where Fubara is. But this is not about...
German.
Yes, this is not about...
So for you,
Fubara.
This is ethnic? This is personal?
Ethnic. No, it's not ethnic. It is their personality clash taking bearing on the entire state. However, I think that if truly and really peace, the warring parties wants to achieve peace, especially FCT minister, he can make a move and put an end to this. Wike has the capacity to put an end to this, period.
I hope that in the coming days, in the next few hours, whether or not the people of Rivers State go to the polls tomorrow, it means one thing, that water is supposed to be peaceful, but is causing a storm. Rivers State, or the rivers, is now rivers of storm, other than rivers of peace. Well, how peace is going to return is left to the right thinking and people of conscience in that state to now weigh in quickly. Well, thank you so much, Mr. Epelle.
Thank you, Shehu. I thank God for your life. I thank God for your objectivity. And we need people like you to preserve democracy in Nigeria. The people of Rivers State, please do not allow anyone to push you to the edge. Let's maintain calm, let's maintain peace, and do the needful.